From PRX, this is Living on Earth. I'm Steve Curwood. We have some special music today because we're taking a break from the news of environmental troubles and triumphs to just celebrate life as people take time at home for the holidays. So this is our winter solstice and holiday time show of storytelling and music.
When I was a little boy, Christmas Eves were very special. My sisters and I would run halfway across the street and we would turn and look at our house. It was a big old house and it would be dark, but there would be a lit candle in every window. But then came the Christmas Eve when everything was different.
We're celebrating the season with stories and music on Living on Earth. Stick around. From PRX and the Jennifer and Ted Stanley Studios at the University of Massachusetts, Boston, this is Living on Earth. I'm Steve Curwood. This time of year, when the sun is lowest in the northern sky and the days are short, we take a break from the often urgent pace of environmental news and information to celebrate life with some stories and songs as folks gather together with friends and family. So make yourself comfortable. Maybe throw another log on the fire, or perhaps get out of the passing lane and get ready to share performances with us, starting with a true journey to hope and fulfillment with master storyteller Jay O'Callahan. Jay tours nationally, bringing his stories to a wide variety of audiences, but he's no stranger to living on Earth, and we're delighted to have him back to celebrate the holiday season. Great to see you, Jay.
It's wonderful to be back.
Our theme is home for the holidays. And Jay, you have a personal story about home and family when you were growing up and you and your sisters went caroling.
Yeah, Stephen, it's called Christmas Candles, and here's the story. When I was a little boy, Christmas Eves were very special. My sisters and I would run down the outside back stairs. It would be dark and cold. We'd run halfway across the street and we would turn and look at our house. It was a big old house, and it would be dark, but there would be a lit candle in every window. My sister Maureen would do it with my dad, and Maureen never forgot things. It would take our breath away. Then we'd run across the street to the Grahams, and Dr. Graham would take us Christmas caroling. Maybe 12 or 14 neighborhood kids. We'd go all over the neighborhood. Dr. Graham was the director of the Faulkner Hospital, Jamaica Plain, that's in Boston, and he would work 7 days a week, but a few days before Christmas Eve, he would come home early. He would gather us all in the living room to conduct us. Music was very important to him. He would bend over and conduct with his hands and his eyes, and we would sing, Venite adoremus. Then he would stand up a little straighter, Venite. Then it'd stand all the way up, Venite adoremus. We felt very important. But then came the Christmas Eve when everything was different. My mother, usually full of energy, she was tired that day and she was pale. 3 days before, she had given birth to my brother Christopher. I had 3 sisters now. I had a brother Christopher. He had this big name, Christopher. I have this little name, Jay, but he was Christopher. I could imagine Christopher coming home, wearing his diapers, carrying the car. Christopher's home. But Christopher didn't come home. Something was wrong. Maybe it was his heart. So Mother was worried all that Christmas Eve day. Daddy was out shopping with Uncle Neil, which meant he might come home festive. Late in the day, there was a phone call. Mother picked it up, and the doctor said, Your baby is dying. There's nothing we can do. And he hung up. It was so abrupt. Daddy came home, and he was furious. He called, got the doctor, said, Listen, that is no way to tell anyone their child is dying. We'll be right down there. So we went down to the hospital. We were on the 3rd floor. We went all the way down, and there was this glassed-in area. We could see these little babies, and one of the babies was turning blue. It was Christopher. Another doctor came over and said to Dad, There is a new procedure. We replace the blood. We'll know in a few days. So we went home, not knowing whether Christopher was going to live or die. Dad helped Mother up our wide front stairs, into the room. He came out of the room. It was dark, and he saw us in the hall, and he said, "Well, there's nothing you can do. Just hope for the best. Go Christmas caroling." So we ran down the outside back stairs, halfway across the street, and turned, and we were so disappointed. All the electric lights were on. Even Maureen had forgot to light the white candles. Then Dr. Graham took us all over the neighborhood. He always knew who was hurt and sad and lonely. We would go to the free hospital for women. We'd do the Christmas carol in a big ward, and the whole thing took 2 hours. So that night we came back over the hill towards our house, and we all stopped and looked at our big old house. It was all dark, but there was a lit white candle in every window. And Dr. Graham said, "We're going to sing one more carol for your mother." And we did something we've never done. We walked around behind the house, and we were singing up towards Mother's window on the second floor. The window was all black, but there was that white candle. We were singing the first Noel. He was conducting us. And then Mother appeared in the window, wearing a white house coat. She looked like an angel. 10 years later, we were finishing the Christmas caroling. And Dr. Graham said, "One more carol." It was a tradition now. We always sang up to Mother's window. So we were singing, and as we were singing, I had my college sweater on. Singing the first Noel, Mother appeared, as she always did. And then I looked. My sister was beside me, Maureen, and she was crying. And I thought, oh, she's just been married. She's going off to Chicago. And then I realized she was crying because she was standing beside Christopher. He was 10 years old.
You got me with that one, Jay.
Good.
I just got that catch in my throat. So your brother lived.
Your brother lived. He loves to hear the story only because of that moment. If they had not replaced the blood, he would have died. And that was just a new procedure at the time. So he was something like, negative. But it was only that other doctor who happened to hear and come over.
So he's your family's Christmas present all these years.
Yes, it's true. I told it at Thanksgiving. Christopher said, "Good ending."
Jay O'Callahan, the storyteller, is with us in this holiday special. And you have a story about Mary. Now, as I understand it, she's an imaginative, really highly creative girl, and she uses that creativity to make sense of the world that grown-ups present to her.
Yes, and these stories, Steve, were made of when my daughter was 7 and 8 and 9. If my son was asleep, she would get Mary's stories. If she was asleep, my son would get Willie's stories. And I think that the stories try to reflect my daughter's own playfulness and imagination and making sense of the world when you're 7 and 8 and 9. Whenever there was an event like New Year's Eve or some special holiday, she would want a Mary story about that, and that's how this story came around.
Oh, well, so since New Year's Eve is coming, Jay, tell us how Mary figured in how to ring in the new year.
Mary was 8 years old. She lived in New York City. She loved the color red. Her uncles and aunts would give her a red belt, red socks, red hat. Her mother designed dresses. Her mother would show Mary a design, and she'd say, "I know, Mary, it's good, but not enough red. Is that right?" "Yes." Mary was the only one on the bus who hoped the bus would have to stop for a red light. Her mother said a few days before New Year's, "Mary, why don't you stay up till midnight, toast the New Year in with your father and I?" "Oh, no, I'm going to a party." "You are?" "Yes, I'm the guest of honor." Nothing more was said. For New Year's Eve, Mary dressed up in her red dress, black bow, black belt. She had supper with her parents. It was almost 9 o'clock, and her mother said, "Only 3 more hours. Oh, no, I have to go. Good night." Kissed her parents good night, ran down the hall, opened the door, stepped into her room, put on the light, and the guest said, "Welcome, Mary." Mary went right to her table, and she turned the clock ahead almost 3 hours. so that it looked like 2 minutes to midnight. Then she looked down at the guests, 60 guests, all made of toothpicks in little clay bases. 30 of the guests had black crepe paper. They were the men dancers. 30 of the guests had red crepe paper. They were the women dancers. Then she got the fan, turned it on, and the fan rotated back and forth, so the dancers leaned back, and sprang forward, and back to the table to put the needle on the old-fashioned record her grandmother had given her with the New Year's music. Hurry, Mary, the guest said. Hurry, Mary. She ran over to the corner where she had a dollhouse, and she had a tiny glass with just one drop of cherry soda. She lifted the glass and she said, Happy New Year. You're the best, Mary. Oh, no. Yes, you're the best, I suppose. The real New Year's came, and her parents came down to check on Mary, opened the door. The light was on. Mary was sound asleep on the bed with her red dress. The fan was going, and the dancers, going back and forth. And the needle was on the end of the record going tick, 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 tick. Her father took the needle off, shut the Victrola off, and her mother covered Mary. The two of them toasted their daughter. Then they left. They had turned the light out, but they left the fan on so the dancers could dance the New Year in.
Well, Mary has a great world, doesn't she?
She does. Imagination can do anything.
So she understands what's important about the New Year, and then I guess a few weeks later, she is challenged by another tradition. This time it's the Super Bowl.
Yes.
We'll be back in a few moments with more about Mary from storyteller J. O'Callahan. Stay tuned to Living on Earth.
If you're one of Living on Earth's listener supporters, or if you've been considering a donation to LOE, this message is for you. As a nonprofit news organization, listener support is vital to LOE's weekly effort to bring you up-to-date environmental news and information. Your gift to LOE makes a difference and makes our work possible. So thank you.
It's an encore Living on Earth holiday season show. I'm Steve Kerwood. We're back with J. O'Callahan for more about Mary. This one takes our heroine into the new year. For Mary, a certain pro sports event turns into an opportunity to play her own game. So, Jay, what's the story?
Steve, this Mary story is called Super Bowl Sunday. Mary, 8 years old, lives in New York, loves the color red. Sunday evening, she'll say to her dad, let's play checkers, and she would have the red checker. Or they might go walking, and her dad would say, look at that dog on the red leash. And she might say, look at that nose and the red face. She loves the color red. So one Sunday evening, she ran in the living room. All right, Dad, let's play checkers. Oh, no, Mary. This is Super Bowl Sunday. What's that? Oh, this is the best football game of the year. I've been waiting all year for this, Mary. Get on the table there. I've got everything you want there. Cheese and sandwiches, pickles. Now look at the television. She looked at the television, and it showed thousands of people in the stadium. And then it showed the football players, the two teams facing one another. The two teams bent down, and then they fell on the ground. Boring. But they got up. They faced one another. They got down. They fell on the ground. Daddy, this is boring. No, defense is the name of the game. Defense is the name of the game, Mary. Now watch this. So boring. She went into the kitchen, opened the refrigerator, and there was a jar of red cherries. Her mother called them maraschino cherries. So she took the jar out and she poured the juice into a cup. And she had an idea. She would have her own Super Bowl. She had a pewter tray, and she put 23 teeny little maraschino cherries on the end of the tray. It was going to be maraschinos against the bananas. She got the bananas. She cut slices 2 inches high. 23 bananas 2 inches high. They were on the other end. Now it's maraschinos against the bananas. Now she needed a stadium, so she got the popcorn going. Pop, 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 pop. She filled 7 big bowls with popcorn, and the popping kept going on. Pop, 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 pop. Now she needed a referee, So she had an olive. That was the referee. Last thing she needed was the kitchen timer. She put it at 3 minutes. That was plenty. And now the Super Bowl was beginning. She lifted up the tray, and the teeny little maraschino cherries started down towards the huge bananas. The maraschinos, they were all stopped, except for one teeny maraschino who slipped through the bananas and scored. Mary was so excited that she twisted the tray, and the maraschino who scored fell onto the floor, and she stepped on him. Oh! She picked him up. She was the ambulance. She went down to where her mother had needle and thread, and then she went back to the kitchen. Now she had to operate on poor maraschino. Are you ready? Yes. Are you frightened? No. Oh, but I better put you to sleep. So she opened the refrigerator. She got the Limburger cheese. It smelled so terrible. She put it close to the maraschino. Oh, he fainted. She cut him open, sewed him up, and put him on the plate. Then she went back. There was only a minute and a half left. Now it was the banana's turn, so she lifted up the pewter tray, and the bananas were stuck to the tray. She put it down, and she turned the bananas so they were on their side. She lifted the tray, and the huge bananas were rolling and rolling down, and they rolled right over the maraschinos, and they scored! Now it was 1-1. Now she set the two teams up, and the bananas said, "Make us a wall." What? Make us a wall. So the bananas were one wall. Poor maraschinos were going to have to get through them. She lifted the tray. The maraschinos started down towards the wall of bananas. "Put me in." What? "Put me in." It was the maraschino who had been operated. "I can't, you've been hurt." "No, put me in." "All right." She put the brave maraschino in, and the whole stadium said, "Brave maraschino, brave maraschino." There was only 7 seconds left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2... 1 second, the brave maraschino jumped over the bananas and scored! Mary was so excited she jumped around, and she took the 7 bowls of popcorn, threw the popcorn all over the kitchen, and then she paraded. Then she said, "Maraschinos, you deserve a prize. Bananas, you were good too. Tomorrow you'll be banana bread, but maraschinos, you get the prize." And so she got a bowl, and she filled it with vanilla ice cream, chocolate ice cream, strawberry ice cream, and then chocolate sauce. Whipped cream. "It's for you." "No," they said, "it's for you." "No, it's for you." "No, you're the best." "I suppose I am." So Mary ate the whole Super Bowl Sunday, and then she looked around the stadium, popcorn everywhere. The fans hadn't cleaned up. She had to clean the whole stadium. She was tired now, and she went down to her room. Oh, she got into bed, and an hour later her dad came. Oh, what a game. Oh, my stomach. Where's the Alka-Seltzer? Come on, we'll play checkers. Oh, no, I'm tired. You better have supper. No, Dad, I don't need supper. Good night. Well, good night. He started down the hall. He could hear Mary saying, "Brave maraschino, brave maraschino."
J. O'Callahan and Mary and the maraschino cherry. Didn't she top the sundae with the cherry?
She decided that they should go back into the jar with the juice. So she missed that one part, but she looked forward to the next year when they would have another parade.
I got a suspicion that Mary is really you, J. O'Callahan. So the cherry is back in the bottle. That means there's a promise for the future.
Exactly. And every day when she opens that up, she smiles, seeing those red cherries.
So there is hope. There is fun ahead for us.
There is lots of hope. Lots of hope. Everybody get your maraschino cherries.
J. O'Callahan's extraordinary storyteller who joins us from time to time. Thank you so much for coming by this year.
And thank you, Steve. It was delight as always.
Gotta keep the tap below 2 degrees. Divest. I said divest. You say divest. We must divest. We must divest. We must divest. To the mass so the earth will last. Take the cash from the...
That's green energy artist Tem Blessed and his band. Hip-hop might not be the sound that you associate with environmental action, but Tem is using this music to educate young people about sustainability. He stopped in our studio on his way to a concert here in Boston, And I asked him first where his name Tem Blessed comes from.
Oh, man. Well, I was blessed with a long name. My first name is Temistocles. It's Greek, although I'm Cape Verdean. But I always knew I was blessed to have talents. I could draw, I could write, I could sing, and a great family that led me to where I'm at today.
And how did you get into, well, I don't know what to call it except maybe green hip-hop?
I've always been into socially conscious hip-hop. I came up during the time, 92 through 96, what I call the golden era of hip-hop, where you had KRS-One, Public Enemy, all these greats, Eric B. and Rakim, who was always teaching us something, teaching us about the world and other cultures. And so when I started doing hip-hop, being about hip-hop, this culture and this music, I wanted to be a part of that. And so eventually, when I went to this conference called Connecting for Change, I was just blown away. My mind got blown by all this information I was receiving about what was going on in the environment and sustainability. It was just a natural evolution to go from social justice topics to sustainable topics, which always has equity involved in that.
So you do this tune, I Am the Bee. What's this all about?
So I Am a Bee has to do with colony collapse disorder, which is what's going on with the bees currently. The bees are no longer going to their hives. And as Einstein had said, if the bees die, we die. We have only 4 years because they pollinate most of the things that we eat. So when I heard about this information, I said, my family needs to know about this. My community needs to know about this. The world, the planet needs to know about this.
And of course, you like honey as well.
Oh, I love it. It's sweet. I am the bee. Pollinate truth if you choose to see. Pollinate the youth to truly be free. Pollinate love, let's all agree. I am the bee. Keystone species, we need these bees, honey. They pollinate most of the things you eat. Funny, they do this for free without a fee. Billions in produce produced nationally. Now millions of bees have abandoned their hives. If they disappear in 4 years, human race will die. That's a quote from the famous scientist Einstein. It's logical to anyone with half a mind, man. It's horrible where you think you're gonna run and hide. It's possible for us to combine and stop these lives. Respect all lives wherever it resides, whether plant, algae, bacteria, or fungi. That's right. It's time for us to vocalize, because if the bees die, then we too die. That's right. It's time for us to strategize, because if the bees die, then we too die. I am the bee. Pollinate truth if you choose to see. Pollinate the youth to truly be free. Pollinate love, let's all agree. I am the bee.
That's great.
Awesome. Thank you.
So hip-hop is not your Brahms and Benny Goodman crowd. It's for a younger set. How do young folks respond to what you're doing?
Hip-hop is the voice of the youth, and it's what really touches them. And we look to bring some of these messages through the music, using hip-hop as a tool to educate, to inspire, to have the youth get out there and create some of their own hip-hop in a way that's constructive, energizing, and really has a focus on the future that's a positive focus.
So this time of year, as the days have gotten real short and the bees have tucked themselves into their hives with all that honey to make it through the winter, we think about the holidays getting together. Now, what were some of the traditions you had in your family coming up?
So I'm the youngest of 6, mother and father in the home. And it was always, when we used to go out anywhere, my father kind of trained us to get back together when he needed. So, there was this whistle that used to come around. He'd be like, and if you heard that whistle, you had to come running, and if you didn't come running, you were in trouble. For whatever reason, one time at the mall, my sister and I didn't hear the whistle. So we must have been playing, Atari 2600, and we're just caught up, she's maybe looking at some Barbies or something. So we didn't hear the whistle. Before we know it, we're like, hey, where's our parents? And we start looking around. And my sister, I'm looking at her for the courage and strength. But once I seen her kind of start crying, forget it. It was a wrap for me. I'm bawling, I'm crying. Luckily, we were able to find some security guard who did the page, and the page was nothing like the whistle. Before mom arrived, my older brother arrived. Ooh, you're in trouble. And then we got home and we really got it. It's a traditional way of getting Cape Verdean discipline, but kept us in line, and it was great.
A whistle, huh? Maybe we could use a whistle.
Oh, we definitely need a whistle. And I don't know if people are hearing the whistle. We have a climate crisis going on right now. And if we don't do something right now, we will not have a future. So now is the time for us to do something. Listen to the whistle. The scientists are ringing it and blowing it loud and clear. Let's do something, people.
And you have a piece you call Now Is the Time.
Yes, now is the time, y'all. Generation, now is the time, take action. It's your time to shine, generation. Now is the time, take action.
Yes, this generation is gonna solve the climate crisis, right? When I say generation, I want you to say now. When I say take action, I want you to say now. Here we go. Generation, now is the time, take action. Your time to shine, generation. Now is the time, take action. Your time to shine, generation. Now is the time, take action. Your time to shine, generation. Now is the time, take action. Your time to shine. They say it's hard to organize around science. I say atmospheric chemistry, you say silence. Cause he's bored, she yawns, I'm ignored. I'm gone, you're like, psst.
What was that for?
Yeah, let's examine this challenge that we've been handed. Previous generations left us stranded, abandoned, now I can't stand it. CO2's like a hot blanket around a cold planet. Polar ice caps melted, polar bears will soon vanish. You don't care, you a buffoon kid, that's me being candid. Honestly, smart people know it's all connected. If you use your common sense and logic, then you're bound to get it hectic. Yeah, the future's getting hectic. He's like, dude, he's rude, man. I'm feeling disrespected, like hectic. The future's getting hectic. Mother Nature's the one, I the one to disrespect. Generation, now is the time, take action. Your time to shine, generation. Now is the time, take action. Your time to shine, generation. Now is the time, take action. Your time to shine, generation. Now is the time, take action. Your time to shine. Word, say word, just the tip of the iceberg. Category 5 hurricane, not a nice word. Katrina, FEMA, climate change, Hiroshima. We can build a brighter future, now you label me a dreamer. They might say that I'm a dreamer, but I know I ain't the only one. I'm golden sun, solar powered with a golden tongue. I'm hoping, son, we'll come together and overcome. This climate crisis is affecting everyone like 1, 2, 1, 2. What we gonna do? Change the way that we living, cause we need to. I'm talking about changing our lifestyle. It sounds wild, but I guarantee it'll be worth your while. Now if you're wondering where to begin, let your boy
Tem Blessed break down the top 10 like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's Tem Blessed and blessed energy. One creation, CFL's innovation. Those old light bulbs replace them. 2, unplug your stuff when they're not being used. Cell phone chargers are vampires, dude. 3, buy green, buy less, buy local, buy fresh, buy organic, and yes, buy blessed. 4, be aware what you wear, man. You got 14 sneakers, do you need another pair? Like 5 or 6, I'll throw you in the mix. I say reduce, reuse, you say that's it. 7, get off of the water, that's bottled you order. Using reusable with filter tap water. Like 8, to reiterate, eat local, a garden started, shop at the farmer's market. 9, it's about time to cut some carbon off. At least one day of the week, bike, bus, or walk. 10, tell your family and friends, put out the word and help them comprehend. Generation, now is the time, take action. Your time to shine, generation. Now is the time, take action. Your time to shine, generation. Now is the time, take action. Your time to shine, generation. Now is the time, take action. Your time to shine. Yes, I. Thank you.
Tem Blessed is a hip-hop artist from New Bedford, Massachusetts. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Welcome. Thank you for having me on the show.
And hopefully people are hearing that whistle.
Yeah. Vibe out. Yeah. Everybody put your ones up. Put your ones up. Put your ones up for one love. Everybody put your ones up. Put your ones up. Put your ones up for one love. Everybody keep your ones up. Keep your ones up. Keep your ones up.
Many thanks to the New England Grassroots Environmental Fund and Music to Life. Coming up, a chance to laugh, sing, and cry with Acadian songwriter Denny Breau. That's just ahead on Living on Earth. Stay tuned.
Sitting in silence around the world. The war, the people are wildin', why they wildin', y'all. The challenge is to keep the balance.
To get the stories behind the stories on Living on Earth, as well as special updates, please sign up for the Living on Earth newsletter. Every week you'll find out about upcoming events and get a look at show highlights and exclusive content. Just navigate to the Living on Earth website, that's LOE.org, and click on the newsletter link at the top of the page. That's LOE.org.
Support for Living on Earth comes from the Waverly Street Foundation, working to cultivate a healing planet with community-led programs for better food, healthy farmlands, and smarter building, energy, and businesses.
Here at Living on Earth, we work hard each and every week to bring you the most relevant and compelling environmental news. As a nonprofit organization, we count on you to help. Listener support is key to sustaining the environmental news gathering and reporting that you rely on. Please consider doing your part to support Living on Earth. A monthly donation is the very best way to ensure LOE's work continues week after week. To make your pledge of support, go to LOE.org and click Donate. And thank you for helping to keep LOE's nonprofit environmental media going strong.
It's the Living on Earth Solstice and Holiday Season show. I'm Steve Kerwood. We head now to the frozen north of Maine to join singer, songwriter, and raconteur Denny Breau from Lewiston, Maine. So, Denny, coming home for the holidays means, of course, getting something to eat. I'm sure you got something for us along those lines.
I sure do. This is a song I wrote about my favorite dish in the whole world. Not synonymous with holidays, but still my very best favorite. Now there's this little thing I've been addicted to. So many times I've said we're through, but I just keep on walking right back to you, 'cause one helping so good, I think I'll have two. God only knows how much I love to eat that simmered for hours, chalk roast meat. Bang for the buck, just can't be beat. And if you got anything left, you make a fricassee with a pot roast. So bovine, pot roast. Talking about dinner on a dime. Pot roast, the little red wine. Some mashed with gravy's gonna blow your mind. A said pot roast for all your guests. Pot roast, baby. Hell, why not feed them the best? Pot roast, I'm feeling blessed. 'Cause if you think you're through, I could finish the rest of your pot roast. Boy, that sure is good, honey. You're not gonna throw that away now. I'll eat that, yeah. No difference whether you're black or white, Protestant, Catholic, left or right. We got this one thing in common. You know, we all love the kids and a wife, but it's that crock pot that's calling me home tonight. So you can keep your turkeys, your chickens, and your hams, and your cranberry stuffing with those candied yams. 'Cause when that next holiday comes rolling around, baby, for me, it all comes down to pot roast. So bovine, pot roast. Talking about dinner on a dime. Pot roast, I like mine with a little red wine. So mashed with gravy, gonna blow your mind. I said pot roast for all your guests. Pot roast. I feed 'em the best. Pot roast, I'm feeling blessed. And if you think you're through, I could finish the rest of your pot roast. Baby, that sure is good, honey. Any more gravy? Who made that anyway? Why, I did.
Wow, that's amazing. And you're making me so hungry, Denny.
Getting pretty hungry myself.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Now, so pot roast, that's not expensive meat at all.
Not at all. That's the whole point.
So you grew up in...
I grew up in Lewiston, Maine.
Mainers, when you go home, there's, the place where you live, and then there is camp.
Oh, yeah. Camp is a very important thing. And we've been going to this one particular camp for 30 years, the family and I. Every year at the end of the summer, when we start to close it up for the season, we do what they call an IC.
An IC?
An IC. That's an idiot check.
Okay.
That's what that means, yeah. And you kind of go through the camp and make sure you didn't forget your sunglasses or your favorite bathing suit, or could be just about anything. You just don't want to leave there, so you have to go back because it's a ways away. And one year we forgot the dog. Yeah, we left the dog there. Had to turn around and go back. Thought you had the dog. I thought you had the dog. Well, nobody had the dog, so...
Now, imagine your camp is someplace near a lake in Maine.
Yeah, it's up in Peru, Maine, a place called Wordley Pond.
And, of course, as winter's coming along, that sets you up for a great Maine tradition.
I've never actually ice fished myself. I've sat in the shacks and shared a few stories and a couple of glasses of this and that. You actually cook meals and just wait for a bite. And certainly around the holidays, a lot of people love to get together and get ice fishing and maybe have a nice fresh salmon along with their pot roast, you know? So anyway, this next song is called Ice Fishing, and I kind of wrote it to poke fun at Mainers a little bit in their garb and the tradition itself of just all of the fun aspects of ice fishing. And I hope you like it. Way up north where the cold wind blows, when the lakes freeze over, people chop little holes, drop a line, kick back, a little wooden shack, and if the ice didn't melt, they'd never go back. But just a little wood stove and they're waiting for a bite, gonna fish all day and drink all night. I'll be sitting right here when the winter ends, sitting right here when it comes again. And we'll go ice fishing, ain't nothing quite the same. Ice fishing, it's just a party by another name. Well, I got 30 below, 3 feet of snow, but grab your stuff, cause we're still gonna go ice fishing. Ain't nothing quite the same. Ice fishing, it's tradition here in Maine. Whew, boy, it sure is cold today. I got green gummy boots and they're lined with felt. Got a bean pocket tool hanging off of my belt. Plenty of beer, got plenty of time. I got a hand-knitted toque, one of a kind. And if you don't like fishing, you can still come along, cause there's plenty of fun on this frozen pond. We got stories to tell, guitar in hand, fish swimming around ready to jump in the pan. Let's go ice fishing, ain't nothing quite the same. Ice fishing, it's just a party by another name. Well, I got 30 below, 3 feet of snow, so grab your stuff, cause we're still gonna go ice fishing. Ain't nothing quite the same. Ice fishing, it's tradition here in Maine. You know, our parish priest, old Father Mackenzie, he goes ice fishing too. It's a religious experience. He'll gladly tell you. You know, he told me once he was waiting for hell to freeze over, so you could go ice fishing there too. Well, let's go ice fishing, ain't nothing quite the same. Ice fishing, it's just a party by another name. Well, I got 30 below and 3 feet of snow, so grab your stuff, cause we're still gonna go ice fishing. Ain't nothing quite the same. and now I'm itching to get back in the game. Oh yeah, ice fishing is tradition here in Maine. On va le voir du poisson souper à soir. Ouais, ça fait frais. Ice fishing.
So you've been a few times. You haven't ever caught anything, huh?
A buzz. About it right there. Yeah.
So you describe yourself as French-Canadian, but I understand recently you had a deeper revelation about where your cultural home might be.
I did. As a matter of fact, I was made aware that Breau is actually an Acadian name. Just happened to be reading this article about how the Acadians had been kicked out of Canada by the English back in the 1700s sometime. And I don't know, this song kind of fell out. The children and the mothers, they were put on ships and they were told to just go, not knowing what the future might bring.
And of course, we know Acadians in northern Maine and New Brunswick and eastern Quebec, but also in Louisiana. They're
Absolutely,
Cajuns.
the Cajuns, where a lot of the Acadians ended up. I thought when they left Canada that they immediately went to Louisiana and various places, but I found out that they went back to France first. And France didn't want them anymore, so that's when they ended up coming back and settling in Louisiana. And so I came by the song first and then found out I was actually related to these people down the road, you know. A little song called Acadian. Pleurez pas, mes enfants, pleurez pas. Au bon Dieu, il n'y a pas oublié. Je le sais, c'est une autre journée avec du pain, avec de l'eau. Pleurez pas, mes enfants, pleurez pas. Pleurez pas, mes enfants, fais dodo. Across the ocean in a land far away, once lived a man who would be king. His hunger for power would force your hand. Death and destruction he would bring. Swoop down did his men like a hurricane. Said leave this place or die. And forced upon the tall ships and cast upon the wind. Your land we claim in his name. Acadian, you were my home. Now I long for the life that I once knew. Deep in my heart and in my soul, never coming back home to you. Qu'est-ce qu'on va faire? How will we survive? With nothing but the shirts on our backs. The young without their father and they long for him at night. But he ain't never coming back. What did we do to deserve such a fate? And why have you turned the other way? Heaven on earth, a living hell, and I curse your name as I pray. Acadian, you were my home, and I long for the life that I knew. Deep in my heart and in my soul, never coming back, never going back. Never coming back home to you. Pleurez pas, mes enfants, pleurez pas. mon Dieu, il n'y a pas oublié. Je le sais, c'est une autre journée avec du pain, avec de l'eau. Pleurez pas, mes enfants, pleurez pas. Pleurez pas, mes enfants, fais dodo.
Oh, that's so sweet and so sad.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
At this time of year, when we think about coming home for the holidays, we think about some of the people who won't be there.
That's very true. And it's going to be a rough one this year because back in July, my mom passed away, 90 years old, and we'll miss her. But, we'll still experience the joy of being together, and certainly we'll remember Mom. She was, such a big part of my life, not only as my mother, but we worked together professionally for, 30, 40 years, and it really is a tough thing to deal with, and she'll be there in spirit, I'm sure.
Singing along.
There you go.
And when you gather with your family, how many of you are still singing?
My granddaughter is very, very, very musical, loves to sing. One of the things I wanted to do when she was born was write a song for my first granddaughter. And out at the camp again, walking around, guitar over my shoulder, just walking through the camp by myself, staring out at the lake, trying to come up with that first line. And then I happened to stumble on When I'm Holding My Daughter's Daughter. And I thought, oh man, that's the line I've been looking for. And the rest of it fell out. For all you grandparents out there, love your grandkids. When I'm holding my daughter's daughter, I feel just like a king. Hope she likes the pretty things that I bought her. And she likes it when I sing. And I know she'll be no stranger to the water. Just jump right in. And I know I'm ready for the joy that she will bring. You and me, here we go again. When I'm holding my daughter's daughter, the world's a better place. I see peace, love, innocence on her tiny face. She's a new day sun shining from above in a tropical dream. Wake up, my little angel, Ayana serene. She's a precious little jewel to be taken to the heart, and may she grow up to be strong and proud. May she waltz through all of life's changes, and when she sings, sing it loud. When I'm holding my daughter's daughter, chills run up my spine. I wished your mother and our fathers could have seen her taken before their time. But she's a new day sun, and she's shining from above in a tropical dream. Wake up, my little angel, Ayana serene. When I'm holding my daughter's daughter, I feel just like a king. When I'm holding my my daughter's daughter. Don't need a thing when I'm holding my daughter's daughter. When I'm holding my daughter's daughter.
Well, Denny, you got me all choked up there.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, and one will hope that our home that we share, this earth, will be great for your daughter's daughter.
Let's hope so, huh? Things are changing so fast, and the more people we get, and the more resources we use, and sometimes it just feels like it's so bleak, doesn't it? And then there's music, and it brings you right back and gives you full of hope, and
Denny Breau is a songwriter, musician, storyteller, and Maine. Did I say that right?
pretty darn good. Maine, yes, sir. It's lobster, you gotta say.
Oh, lobster.
There you go, lobster.
Lobster.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome.
Living on Earth is produced by the World Media Foundation. Our crew from today includes Naomi Ehrenberg, James Kerwood, Jenny Doring, Lauren Hinkle, Jake Rigo, and Tom Tiger. We always welcome your feedback and comments at LOE.org. I'm Steve Kerwood. Thanks for listening and happy holidays.
Funding for Living on Earth comes from you, our listeners, and from the University of Massachusetts, Boston, in association with its School for the Environment, developing the next generation of environmental leaders, and from the Grantham Foundation for the Protection of the Environment, supporting strategic communications and collaboration in solving the world's most pressing environmental problems.